Tony was an avid explorer with a morbid fascination for cemeteries. He found solace in the quietude of these resting places, intrigued by the stories etched onto weathered tombstones. Every weekend, he embarked on a new adventure to uncover the mysteries of a different cemetery, capturing the eerie beauty through his camera lens. One moonlit night, Tony found himself drawn to a forgotten graveyard on the outskirts of town. The air was thick with an unsettling stillness as he entered the gates, a sense of anticipation sending shivers down his spine. The dim glow of his flashlight illuminated the worn gravestones, each one a silent witness to lives long gone. As Tony meandered through the labyrinth of tombstones, a strange feeling washed over him. A chill crept up his spine, and he couldn't shake the sensation of being watched. Ignoring the unease, he pressed on, captivated by the macabre atmosphere that surrounded him. In the heart of the cemetery, Tony stumbled upon a particularly weathered gravestone. The name etched into it was barely visible, but the dates revealed a tragic end. It belonged to Emily Davis, a young woman who had died under mysterious circumstances. Tony's curiosity ignited, urging him to uncover the truth behind her untimely demise. As he meticulously researched local archives and newspaper clippings, a dark tale began to emerge. Emily Davis had been a beautiful and vibrant soul, beloved by many in the community. However, her life was abruptly cut short when she became entangled in a web of deceit and betrayal. Tony discovered that Emily had been engaged to a wealthy and influential man, Victor Harrington. But whispers circulated that Victor had grown enamored with another woman, Amelia Matthews, a local socialite known for her charm and manipulation. The love triangle took a sinister turn when Emily's lifeless body was discovered on the cemetery grounds. The official investigation concluded that Emily's death was due to a tragic accident, a fall from a crumbling tombstone. However, rumors persisted that foul play was involved, that Emily had been lured to the cemetery that fateful night. Driven by a thirst for justice, Tony dug deeper, determined to uncover the truth. He interviewed friends, acquaintances, and anyone who had known Emily or had ties to the Harrington and Matthews families. As he peeled back the layers of secrecy, he unraveled a dark conspiracy that had been carefully hidden for years. With each revelation, Tony realized the depth of the darkness that plagued the cemetery. He discovered that Amelia Matthews had orchestrated Emily's murder, driven by jealousy and a desire to possess Victor entirely. The cemetery, a seemingly innocent backdrop, had become the stage for a chilling crime. As Tony pieced together the puzzle, his own life became entangled in a dangerous web. Threats and warnings came his way, cautioning him to abandon his pursuit. But the fire within him burned brighter, and he refused to be deterred. Determined to bring justice to Emily's spirit, Tony meticulously gathered evidence, building an airtight case against Amelia Matthews. The night of reckoning arrived as he presented his findings to the authorities, ensuring that the truth would no longer be suppressed. The conclusion was swift. Amelia Matthews was arrested and charged with murder, her facade of innocence shattered. The cemetery, once a haven of secrets, became a symbol of justice and closure. But for Tony, the journey was far from over. The mysteries of the cemetery continued to beckon, each tombstone a reminder of the fragile line between life and death. Armed with newfound resolve, he vowed to explore other cemeteries, not as a seeker of ghosts, but as a protector of the departed, ensuring their stories were told and their spirits could find peace. As Tony delved deeper into his exploration of cemeteries, he found himself drawn to the stories of other restless souls. He became known among the locals as a compassionate investigator, willing to listen to the voices of the deceased and bring their untold tales to light. His reputation as a cemetery investigator spread, and people from far and wide sought his assistance. Families with unresolved mysteries, individuals seeking closure, and even paranormal enthusiasts sought out Tony's expertise. He became a bridge between the living and the dead, offering solace and resolution in their darkest hours. One particular case captured Tony's attention: The Anderson family had been plagued by a tragic event that had occurred years ago. Their young daughter, Lily, had gone missing on the grounds of a cemetery, leaving the family devastated and desperate for answers. Despite extensive searches and investigations, no trace of Lily had ever been found. Determined to bring closure to the grieving family, Tony agreed to take on the case. He spent countless hours combing through old records, interviewing witnesses, and visiting the cemetery where Lily had vanished. It was a harrowing experience, walking the same paths and feeling the weight of the unresolved mystery. One stormy night, as Tony found himself deep within the cemetery, a flash of lightning illuminated a forgotten corner. He noticed a small weathered cross hidden amongst the overgrown grass and weeds. Instinctively, he approached, his heart pounding with anticipation. As he knelt beside the cross, Tony uncovered a small piece of fabric, torn and faded. Memories flooded back, and he realized it was a fragment of Lily's dress. It was a breakthrough, a crucial clue that could lead him closer to the truth. With renewed determination, Tony pressed on, uncovering more pieces of the puzzle. He followed a trail of hidden clues, each one guiding him deeper into the heart of the mystery. It became clear that Lily's disappearance was not a random act, but a carefully planned abduction. As Tony pieced together the fragments of the past, he discovered a network of secrets and lies that extended far beyond the Anderson family. Powerful individuals had conspired to cover up the truth, using the cemetery as a shield for their nefarious activities. The closer Tony got to the truth, the more dangerous the situation became. He faced threats, intimidation, and even attempts on his life. But he refused to back down. Lily's spirit seemed to guide him, urging him forward in his quest for justice. With the evidence in hand, Tony confronted those responsible, revealing their dark deeds to the world. The truth shattered the facade of innocence and exposed a web of corruption that reached the highest levels of society. The Anderson family finally found closure, and Lily's memory could rest in peace. But Tony's work was far from over. His reputation as a fearless investigator grew, attracting more cases that defied conventional explanation. He became a guardian of the forgotten, a champion for the voiceless. Each cemetery held its own secrets, and Tony was determined to uncover them all. As the years went by, Tony's name became synonymous with justice and compassion. He became a legend among cemetery enthusiasts, a guiding light in the darkness. His work inspired others to follow in his footsteps, continuing the mission to uncover the stories that lay beneath the surface of forgotten graves. And so, Tony's journey through the realm of cemeteries continued, fueled by a relentless curiosity and an unwavering belief in the power of the human spirit. With each step, he honored the memories of those who had come before, ensuring that their stories would never be lost to time. As Tony delved deeper into his investigations, he encountered a case unlike any he had faced before. Rumors circulated about a cursed cemetery located on the outskirts of a small, isolated town. The locals spoke in hushed tones, warning of malevolent spirits that roamed the grounds, preying on unsuspecting visitors. Intrigued and undeterred by the chilling tales, Tony embarked on a journey to uncover the truth behind the cursed cemetery. Armed with his trusty camera and a heart full of curiosity, he ventured into the heart of darkness. The atmosphere in the cemetery was oppressive, the air thick with an otherworldly energy. Tony could feel the weight of the spirits watching him, their presence sending a shiver down his spine. As he walked among the tombstones, he noticed peculiar markings and symbols etched onto some of the gravestones, indicating a deeper mystery at play. As night fell, Tony found himself drawn to a particular mausoleum at the center of the cemetery. It emanated an eerie aura, as if it held the key to the secrets that plagued this cursed place. With trepidation, he cautiously pushed open the heavy iron door and stepped inside. Inside the mausoleum, Tony discovered a hidden chamber, adorned with ancient symbols and faded portraits. The room seemed frozen in time, untouched by the passage of years. It was here that he uncovered a series of journals filled with the desperate pleas and confessions of those who had fallen victim to the curse. The journals revealed a haunting tale of forbidden love, betrayal, and a dark pact made in desperation. Centuries ago, a young woman named Isabella had fallen in love with a man from a rival family. Their love was forbidden, and in a fit of despair, Isabella made a deal with dark forces to ensure their eternal union. But the deal came at a steep price. The curse cast upon the cemetery ensured that all who entered would be plagued by tormented spirits, trapped between life and death. The curse sought to perpetuate the pain and suffering endured by Isabella and her ill-fated love. Tony's investigations uncovered a pattern of inexplicable deaths and disappearances associated with the cursed cemetery. The spirits were restless, seeking vengeance and release from their eternal torment. Determined to break the cycle, Tony resolved to find a way to lift the curse and free the trapped souls. He sought the guidance of local historians, scholars, and even spiritual mediums. Together, they uncovered ancient rituals and incantations that could potentially break the curse. Tony organized a group of individuals who were willing to face the supernatural and assist in the ceremony. On the night of the ritual, under the pale light of the full moon, Tony and his team gathered at the heart of the cemetery. They chanted ancient words and performed sacred rituals, calling upon the spirits to find peace. The air crackled with energy, and the atmosphere grew tense as the incantations reached their climax. Suddenly, a blinding light enveloped the cemetery, illuminating the restless spirits. Tony could sense their presence, their ethereal forms gradually fading away as the curse weakened. One by one, the tormented souls found solace, their anguished cries transforming into whispers of gratitude. As the light dissipated, Tony knew that the curse had been broken. The cemetery, once a place of darkness and despair, now exuded a sense of serenity and tranquility. The spirits had found their rest, and the cursed cemetery was no more. News of Tony's success spread throughout the town, forever altering its history. The cursed cemetery became a symbol of hope and redemption, a reminder of the power of compassion and determination. Tony's name became revered, and he continued his work, ensuring that the stories of the forgotten were heard and their souls found eternal peace. Alex, a young and daring explorer, found himself inexplicably drawn to cemeteries. There was an eerie allure about these resting places that captivated his imagination and sparked his curiosity. He felt a profound connection to the stories that lay beneath the weathered tombstones, whispering tales of lives long gone. On one fateful evening, as the moon cast its haunting glow upon a forgotten graveyard, Alex's inquisitive spirit led him to venture further into the depths of the cemetery than he had ever dared before. The air was heavy with a sense of foreboding, and a hushed silence enveloped the grounds as he made his way through the rows of solemn markers. Amidst the sepulchral stillness, Alex's attention was drawn to a particular grave that seemed different from the rest. The tombstone was adorned with intricate carvings and bore a name that echoed through the ages: Emily Hartley. A chill ran down his spine as he read the inscription: "Taken too soon, buried alive." The word sent a shiver through his entire being. How could such a horrifying fate befall someone? Intrigued and unsettled, Alex resolved to uncover the truth behind Emily Hartley's tragic demise, to bring justice to her restless spirit. With relentless determination, he delved into archives, poring over dusty records and faded newspaper clippings. The more he discovered, the darker the mystery grew. Emily Hartley had been a vibrant young woman, full of dreams and aspirations, until a cruel twist of fate condemned her to an unthinkable end. Piecing together fragments of the past, Alex uncovered a web of deceit and betrayal that had sealed Emily's fate. It seemed that she had become entangled in a treacherous love affair with a man named Jonathan Sinclair. Driven by his own ambitions, Jonathan had plotted to get rid of Emily, burying her alive and erasing all evidence of his crime. Haunted by the thought of Emily's unimaginable suffering, Alex resolved to bring her story to light and ensure justice was served. The deeper he delved, the more he unearthed about Jonathan Sinclair's hidden life, revealing a trail of lies and manipulation that stretched far beyond the confines of the cemetery. But as Alex drew closer to the truth, he found himself entangled in a dangerous game of cat and mouse. Sinister figures emerged from the shadows, intent on silencing him and protecting the secrets buried within the grave. Threats loomed at every turn, but Alex remained undeterred, driven by a sense of duty to the buried soul he had come to know intimately. With each step closer to unraveling the mystery, Alex sensed Emily's presence growing stronger, guiding him through the labyrinth of deceit. Determined to give her the justice she deserved, he risked his own safety, challenging the darkness that had enveloped her. As the pieces of the puzzle fell into place, Alex uncovered the location where Emily had been buried alive, a hidden chamber beneath the cemetery grounds. Armed with the evidence and a team of allies he had gathered along the way, he descended into the depths of the macabre underworld. The air grew colder as Alex and his companions descended into the hidden chamber beneath the cemetery. Their flashlights cut through the darkness, casting eerie shadows on the ancient walls. The weight of Emily's tragic fate hung heavy in the air, fueling their determination to right the wrongs of the past. As they explored the chamber, they discovered an array of macabre artifacts, a collection of tools and objects used in the burial rituals of a bygone era. The sight sent a chill down Alex's spine, a chilling reminder of the horrors Emily must have endured in her final moments. Deep within the chamber, they stumbled upon a crypt with an ornate door, adorned with symbols of death and rebirth. It was here that Emily's coffin lay, undisturbed for years. With a mix of trepidation and resolve, they carefully opened the coffin, revealing the preserved body of the young woman who had been buried alive. The sight was both haunting and heartbreaking, a stark reminder of the cruelty that had robbed Emily of her life. As tears welled up in Alex's eyes, he vowed to bring justice not only to Emily, but also to the man responsible for her suffering. Armed with the evidence they had gathered, Alex and his team embarked on a quest to expose Jonathan Sinclair's crimes to the world. They meticulously pieced together a trail of deceit, connecting Jonathan to the fateful night when Emily was buried alive. Their investigation brought them face to face with a hidden network of corruption and power. Jonathan was revealed to be a prominent figure, manipulating events behind the scenes for his personal gain. But Alex was determined to bring him down, to expose the darkness that had plagued Emily's life and uncover the truth for all to see. With their evidence compiled, Alex contacted a trusted journalist, Amelia Thompson, who had a reputation for uncovering scandals and bringing the truth to light. Together, they devised a plan to expose Jonathan Sinclair's crimes through an investigative expose that would shake the foundations of society. But as their plan neared fruition, Alex and Amelia found themselves targeted by sinister forces desperate to protect Jonathan's secrets. Their lives were threatened, and danger lurked around every corner. Yet they refused to be silenced, fueled by the memory of Emily and the injustice she had endured. As the publication date of the expose approached, tensions reached a fever pitch. The truth hung in the balance, and the fate of Emily's legacy rested on their shoulders. It was a race against time, a battle between light and darkness. Finally, the expose was released to the world, revealing the dark underbelly of Jonathan Sinclair's actions and the tragedy of Emily's burial alive. The public outcry was swift and fierce, as the truth shattered the carefully constructed facade of power and privilege. Jonathan Sinclair's empire crumbled under the weight of the revelations, and justice finally caught up with him. He was held accountable for his crimes, facing the consequences of his actions. Emily's story became a symbol of resilience and the power of the human spirit to overcome unimaginable horrors. As for Alex, his role in bringing justice to Emily's memory solidified his place as a relentless seeker of truth. He continued his explorations of cemeteries, driven by a renewed purpose, to uncover the stories of the forgotten, to give voice to the voiceless, and to ensure that no one else would suffer Emily's tragic fate. And so, Alex's journey continued, a tireless champion for justice, unearthing the secrets of the past and shining a light on the darkest corners of society. His name became synonymous with resilience and a relentless pursuit of truth, forever etched in the annals of cemetery exploration. Emboldened by their triumph over Jonathan Sinclair, Alex and Amelia became a formidable team, dedicated to exposing hidden truths and seeking justice for those who had been silenced. Together, they embarked on numerous investigations, uncovering corruption, unraveling mysteries, and giving a voice to the oppressed. Their work garnered national attention, and they became renowned as champions of truth and integrity. Cemeteries, once places of sorrow and fear, became symbols of resilience and hope as Alex and Amelia revealed the stories of those buried within their sacred grounds. With each case they tackled, Alex felt Emily's presence guiding him, her spirit forever intertwined with his journey. He carried her memory in his heart, vowing to honor her by ensuring that no one else suffered a similar fate. Years passed, and Alex's reputation grew, his name etched into the annals of investigative journalism. But his greatest reward came not from the accolades or recognition, but from the lives he touched and the justice he brought. As for Emily Hartley, her memory lived on, immortalized in the hearts of those who had learned of her tragic story. A memorial was erected in the cemetery, serving as a solemn reminder of the horrors she had endured and a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. In the twilight of his career, Alex found solace in the knowledge that he had made a difference. He retired from his work as an investigator, content in the belief that he had played a part in righting the wrongs of the world. With a heavy heart and a sense of fulfillment, Alex bid farewell to the cemeteries that had shaped his life's purpose. He knew that his journey had come full circle, and it was time to pass the torch to the next generation of truth seekers. As the sun set on his final day as an investigator, Alex walked through the cemetery one last time, his footsteps echoing through the rows of tombstones. He felt a profound gratitude for the souls he had encountered and the stories he had unearthed. In the silence of the cemetery, Alex whispered a final farewell to Emily. He thanked her for guiding him, for giving him purpose, and for reminding him of the power of resilience and justice.